morning, everybody, and welcome to Wonder Carbon Wednesdays, which directly translated in German means like Chamber of Treasures. It's a good one. And Frankie, my dear, how are you? Well, she's somewhere over there. Not sure what's going on. But it's okay, because it's a Wunderbar Wednesday. Hello to our listener all the way in Germany and the one in Finland. Very exciting. And good morning to all of you there joining into the chat. I can't quite see you. I need some reading glasses, but that's okay. Today, we're carrying on this what seemingly looks like absolute unorganized chaos herding of cats, which is much, and John very astutely pointed out, he said it in 2 words, and that was yesterday. And it's S-E, but the 2 letters. Now, can you use your brains and figure out what I'm on about? Am I making sense? Or is it just the mountain of drugs? At 6 o'clock in the morning. Hello, Frankie. Oh, you can't hear me? Oh, that's very peculiar. Well, I will try and fix that for you now, Frankie. We're going to get straight into the music for all you wonderful people who join us here for the Kindness Revolution morning show. Now home on Indie 105. No, that's wrong too. All part of the threads tying together. Love this piece of music. Gonna crank it up and we're gonna get into some, oh yeah, it's all threaded together. Red Flag, year-long drama.
First night and he had to call you mine. Red flag, but you told me it was fine. Cause you never had a guy that made you feel this way before. 3 weeks in, now you said you looked a mess. Red flag, but you went to change your dress. He could never be seen with a girl that looks like you. Hey, why'd you have to go and make her feel this way? 6 months in and he won't call you mine. Red flag, now he walks a real fine line. Now you're down on your knees begging him not to go. He's been treating you like your second best. Red flag, heart beating out your chest. He could never be seen with a girl that looks like you. Hey, why'd you have to go and make her feel this way? Hey,
to the start. Even though you broke my heart, I think I'm ready again. Can't get you out of my head. Even though you play these games, I really don't know why I stay. I just can't stand what you do. Wish I could get over you. If you love me, say my name. No more time for pretend. If you love me, say my name. I'll follow you till the end. Bringing it back to the start. Even though you broke my heart, I think I'm ready again. Can't get you out of my head. Even though you play these games, I really don't know why I stay. I just can't stand what you do. Wish I could get over you. If you love me, say my name. No more time for pretend. If you love me, say my name. I'll follow you till the end.
This is the Kindness Revolution morning show. Let's say my name. Vicente Frias featuring Kike Lopez from 2022. This is Indie 101.5, home of the independent artist. And good morning to Ghost, who is in the chat. Good morning to you all. Don't go away. Tim Shiraz featuring Looming Shadow. Brand new from them just at the end of last year. Back in a mo.
She said we've been here before. Said we're drowning in the middle of the night. She said, what are we drowning for? When there's an easy way out, don't you know it? Ooh, we've been there before. Settle down, why don't we settle down and work it out? What are we fighting for? When there's an easy way out, don't you know it? Don't go away. Even if I knew you would, don't go away. Even if I knew you should. Skipping rocks on the beach now, baby. Write our names in the sand, kicking cans, holding hands, making plans. You said all those precious memories are more than ordinary, but you can't forget the past. Don't go away. Even if I knew you would, don't go away. Even if I knew you should, and if I knew you would, I'd run back in my head. I'd run back in my head. And if I knew you should,
Don't Go Away. Tim Shiraz featuring Looming Shadow here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show. I'm Gizmo. Over there is Frankie August. That was very Aussie of you. Howdy. Yeah, I think it is, and I once again just offended another nation. Success! I'm on a roll on this Wunderkammern Wednesday. Wunderkammern. It's a German word, and it basically went extinct in the 18th century. So, you know how the weeks have... We have Motivational Mondays, Tasty Tuesdays, and then there was we had Workflow Wednesdays, and that didn't really stick, and then we had Worldly Wednesdays, that didn't really stick, and then there's Wildcard Wednesdays. I'm like, what word out there begins with W that it explains and encompasses all things from nature, art, music, and basically planet Earth? And I went to scrolling on the Google, didn't even use AI for this one. Went to scrolling, and Wunderkammern was actually the second word that I came across. The first one was Wundercabinet, but I felt like a cabinet was too small for all of the wonders we had, so we went with Wunderkammern, which is basically a cavern of treasures. Yeah. What that means for today? Not a clue. All of the gold. You know what? What was it? The third movie with the Fountain of Youth? That plus the first cave. Ultimate Wunderkammern of pirates. Oh, it's my new favourite word. It's a real word. I'm not making this up. It's a real word. Look at it on the stream. It keeps popping up. Wunderkammern. It is, seriously, fact. Right there. That is a real word. I've been a busy little boy getting all of the Discord back to where it should be, which means we can start importing all of the independent artists in there so they can collaborate easier away from the content that they have been forced to post all over Instagram. So they've got a place to work and a place to play. And it's free. Oh, look at that. It's a Wunderkammern. K-A... Yeah, Wunderkammern. Das ist gut, ja. We hope so. The third right. No, it's not. I think we're swinging to the left today. Who knows? The question is, with the tariffs, will Doug Ford cut all of the power to the United States, the Eastern Seaboard? Because it's getting a little crazy over here. I want to come to Australia where it's summertime, beers and barbecues, and you don't have craziness like we do. Do you? No, I don't. What is the National Day? Ooh. Green Dragon Sea Fairies. I think I had it once and it was gross. They were like, well, you've got to melt this sugar cube into it for like an hour and then gently stir it with this. And it was... That is a thing. Okay, not really. A cure for what? Sanity? I think somebody had a drinking problem. Just saying. And apparently it was illegal at one point somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Well, I mean, the French were putting antifreeze in their wine at one point, so really what they put in their booze, I have no idea. No, that really was a thing. There was, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. That was, in fairness, in like the 80s and 90s, I think, so it was a little while ago. No, I've never been to Greece. Sounds like you've had some absinthe already. Better start grave digging. This is Alec here on the Kindness Revolution morning show. Got some music music videos for you right now. Oh, bugger! Your microphone was not on for that entire time. So I sound like an absolute spanner. I am just digging my own grave over here on the Kindness Revolution morning show. Enjoy.
believe in hate at first sight. You got me paralyzed. Nothing but resentment in your eyes, not to my surprise. And every time you speak, you make me get down to my knees and make me beg for all the promises you never keep. You're pulling me down and you keep holding me. Every line I see
Nightmares while I'm dreaming. Remember the day that you went away. Remember the day you were leaving. Yeah, I got the call, I started to pray. No, I didn't wanna believe it. Yeah, I would do anything, I mean anything, for the thought of you breathing. I would do anything, I mean anything. Nightmares while I'm dreaming. Remember the day that you went away. Remember the day you were leaving. Yeah, I got the call, I started to pray. No, I didn't wanna believe it. Yeah, I would do anything, I mean anything, for the thought of you breathing. I would do anything, I mean anything. There's not a day that goes by I don't think about you. For real, for real. This shit made me sick to my stomach. I asked you if everything was fine. You told me it wasn't, it wasn't. Where were the signs? I swear that I'm blind, cause I didn't see it coming. They say it'll heal in time, but I doubt I'll overcome it. Wish you could see the man that I'm becoming. So many nights that I lie away. I swear a piece of me died that day. Yeah, you know I really need you here. Spread your wings, but don't you fly away. I shed a tear and I cried today. I'm feeling lost, gotta find a way. If I could trade the world for you, I'd give it all up right away. Nightmares while I'm dreaming. Remember the day that you went away. Remember the day you were leaving. Yeah, I got the call, I started to pray. No, I didn't wanna believe it. Yeah, I would do anything, I mean anything, for the thought of you breathing. I would do anything, I mean anything. Nightmares while I'm dreaming. Remember the day that you went away. Remember the day you were leaving. Yeah, I got the call, I started to pray. No, I didn't wanna believe it. Yeah, I would do anything, I mean anything, for the thought of you breathing. I would do anything, I mean anything. Who knew the last time that I saw you would be the last time that I saw you? So many things that I wish I could change. Since you left, I've been a mess, no. Things won't ever be the same. Can't call a text, don't know what's next. All I got is this heart full of pain. Every breath I feel in my chest, yeah, I'm about to go insane. I hope that you in a better place. Yeah, I really hope that it's better, cause I swear that if it was up to me, you and me would be right here together. So many things that I wanna say. Yeah, I could go on here forever. All of the memories that we made, I will always treasure. Nightmares while I'm dreaming. Remember the day that you went away. Remember the day you were leaving. Yeah, I got the call, I started to pray. No, I didn't wanna believe it. Yeah, I would do anything, I mean anything, for the thought of you breathing. I would do anything, I mean anything. Nightmares while I'm dreaming. Remember the day that you went away. Remember the day you were leaving. Yeah, I got the call, I started to pray. No, I didn't wanna believe it. Yeah, I would do anything, I mean anything, for the thought of you breathing. I would do anything, I mean anything.
You're watching a Brown Guy Made It visual.
You told me you
about no other.
Everybody thinks that changing is cool, but I don't, and I won't, and I hate that I gotta. And everybody's got a dog and a wife, and I can't for the life of me think why they'd wanna. I wanna know. I think there's something in the water. I gotta know. I think there's something in the water, the water.
Everybody goes and moves to LA, and I say there's no way you'll be seeing me join them. And everybody's got a kid on the way, but if I did, I'm afraid I would just disappoint them.
I wanna know. I think there's something in the water. I gotta know. I think there's something in the water, the water. Everybody's as content as can be. Like, what spell are they under? What frog are they kissing?
But if everybody's so much happier than me, well, I can't help but wonder if there's something I'm missing.
I wanna know. I think there's something in the water. I gotta know. I think there's something in the water, water. I think there's something in the water. There's something in the water. I gotta know. There's something in the water, the water. I think there's something. I think there's something. I think there's something. I think there's something in the water. I think there's something in the. I think there's something. I think there's something in the. I think there's something.
I think there's something in the.
I think there's something.
I think there's something in the water. I think there's something in the.
I think there's something.
I think there's something in the water. Something in the water.
I think there's something in the water. I think there's something in the water. I think there's something in the water. I think there's something in the water. I think there's something in the water.
Think there's something in the.
I think there's something in the.
I think there's something in the water. I think there's something in the water.
I think there is something in the water.
I think there's something in the water.
I think there's something in the water.
I think there's something. I think there's something in the.
You know I know there's something.
I think there's something.
I think there's something in the water. That is Lawrence here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show. I'm Gizmo. Over there is Frankie.
Am I? Can they hear me?
They can hear you this time.
I don't even know what to say. Like, how did people stay listening? That was a one-sided conversation. People, please, in the chat, tell me. I suppose maybe you didn't sound any more insane than usual. Is it just like
maybe
they
were
us
all
being like this?
Yeah, maybe they're all just excited to see that my mind had finally come undone after all this time. They've been all watching with bated breath. It's like, he snapped. Finally, who had $100 on March 5th?
I just keep thinking back to the bit when you kept saying Wonder
Wunderkammern.
Yeah. When I was asking him what it meant and they wouldn't have heard any of that. Sweet TKR family. They would have just heard you continuously saying the word.
Wunderkammern. No, it's on the third right. Okay, maybe everyone swings to the left. That conversation makes no sense without the other part.
I wish they'd heard when you realised, even more so, because, friends, I literally laughed for that whole 15 minutes of music videos and cried because I was laughing so hard. I needed that full amount of time to compose myself, so thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I always try to entertain people, and if they're not laughing with me, they're laughing at me, but they're still laughing, so mission accomplished.
Always with the kindness revolution.
No, but that's the thing about kindness. You can laugh at somebody if they do something stupid. If they don't like it because it's not nice, maybe they shouldn't be so stupid. So feel free to laugh at me because I did a dumb thing. That was stupid.
No, I feel like if you can take it, you can dish it out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you make fun of like mates in a funny way, but you can also laugh when they do the same in return, then that's all good. But you don't want to be that guy that like dishes it out but can't take it.
100%. Yeah. Or they.
Yeah. Them, they, Wondercrumb. Wondercrumb? That's not the word. That's what I'm going to say, though. Ooh. But anyway, I was only here for a tiny bit, friends, just to say, like, hi, what's up? Because I'm not usually here on a Wednesday. And I'm going to bed because I have to be up super early. And unfortunately, or fortunately, you had the whole time that I was here, my microphone wasn't on.
Yeah, so thank you for joining me for the tiny... I mean, I had a great little chat with you explaining where Wunderkammern came from.
Well, now you can... Hey, maybe I shouldn't have said I was leaving, and then you could have just kept pretending you were talking to me, because they didn't know I was here to start with anyway.
That's true. It seemed like it was all... I mean, let's face it, it's all part of the plan. They have absolutely no idea. They probably think I'm delusional, so I'm just going to drag you down with me. This is the Baby Goats here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show on Indie 101.5.
Down.
think you're headed to? This way, that way, cause it's the same as going nowhere. Feel the fear of missing out when it's already over. Don't you know, down below your life will close, so keep running like a one-man show. If you're upside down, up in hell will be lonely. I can drag you down, drag you down with me. If you're upside down, up in hell will be lonely. I can drag you down, drag you down with me, drag you down with me. If you're upside down, up in hell will be lonely. I can drag you down with me. If you're upside down, up in hell will be lonely. I can drag you down with me, drag you down. If you're upside down, up in hell will be lonely. I can drag you down with me, drag you down with me.
How many times you stayed up all night? Got caught in a loop. Questioning yourself till the room went light. Then pass out past the afternoon. Nothing to do but sit around on a Sunday. I regret that mistake on a Monday. I can't slow down. Miss Overactive, radioactive. When she fakes it, makes it attractive. Confident with covert condition. It's an act, I know. That girl ain't delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her, I don't wanna lose it all. Never. Besties flexing a little TikToks and you took it all in, drink it up, that's toxic. Give a little spin, she play it all off. Like anything you hear's an original thought. Just play it all off, play it all off. Like anything you hear's an original thought. Don't need a job, get whatever you want. Throw the Bible in the bin, cause we got a new God. If you're a broke boy, then you can't say nothing. Whoa, cause we're the girls and we go for something. Oh, it's delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her, I don't wanna lose it all. Never. I don't care as long as I'ma get there. I don't care as long as I'ma get there. That girl ain't delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. And she might be delusional. Her moves are intentional. Just take a page from her book if you wanna feel good. If it makes me delusional, like her, then we'll both be delusional together. If it makes me delusional, like her, then we'll both
Frankie, I did it to myself. I've left my own microphone off. Delusional. Well, is there something on the horizon? Well, maybe there's some magic coming. This is Rory Kelly here on the Kindness Revolution morning show, where I occasionally forget to flip those switches.
There are times when she knows that this life is not enough and all the dull platitudes and the world can't make it so. Working hard every day. For the bills she still can't pay. She RPGs late at night into someone else's life. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Get ready for the big surprise. When's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna turn around? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I found? When's it gonna turn around? When's it gonna be my turn? When am I gonna wake up smiling, knowing what I learned? And she lays out the cards, see how the day will be, and she turns with a sigh. It's another one of these, but the wind blows strong now. She knows it's only time, just a matter of time, until she spreads her wings and flies. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Get ready for the big surprise. When's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna turn around? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I found? When's it gonna turn around? When's it gonna be my turn? When am I gonna wake up smiling, knowing what I learned? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. And she lays her head tonight. She knows it's still not time, and she dreams with the power of the phoenix in flames. And she thinks that she begins to understand what she has inside. It's not a thing to disavow, it's not to fix, it's not to tame. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. There's magic coming. Get ready for the rest of your life.
I don't wanna be too loud, but maybe it's time to be. 'Cause if I'm just something you drown out, what good does that do me? It's so easy to get lost in signals and sound waves, difficult to push them away. But I don't wanna be known for giving up, so here's what I've gotta say. I'm getting lost in the dark again, but I'm still chasing that sunrise and asking anyone listening, is there something on the horizon? Maybe you know, maybe you don't. Either way, just tell me you can see a glimmer in the distance. I'll listen 'cause it's what I need right now, and the rest I can figure out. So I'll write a manifesto on manifesting better days, 'cause words seem to be the only thing that help me get away. It's so easy to go blind from bright screens and burning buildings, difficult to build something they're gonna be the one to do it better. But I just don't think that's me. I'm just trying to be good like you. Good like I need to be. Everybody thinks they're gonna be the one to do it better. But I just don't think that's me. I'm just trying to be good like you. Good like I need to be. Get on with the show!
Mr. Morning. Is there something on the horizon? Here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show, I'm Gizmo. It's coming up to 7 o'clock, and we will be joined by John from the North Cafe Project. Susie is getting ready to get all tatted up. She has one epic masterpiece that she's getting done on her back. Which eventually she, I'm sure, will want to share with us all. Very, very cool. Getting me excited for the Cam H Inked for Impact Marks of Mental Health fundraising extravaganza bonanza that we have planned. Still working out some logistics, but unlike normal, where I set absolutely ludicrously short deadlines and miss them every single time, we are going to make sure that we got a long stretch period for it. So probably not till June the event will be, and then it's kick off ideally straight to across the prairies into the Rockies, and we're going to find all of the amazing Canadian independent artists, interview them, get them to perform, share them with you all doing the show live on the road. Well, not live, obviously they'd have to drive and then do the show. Weirdly enough, though, we're going to talk about something from our Wunderkammern, our cavern of treasures, the microphones that we use here for the Kindness Revolution Morning Show. And obviously, you know, if you've been following this journey for long enough, I've been very envious of Jay Cabarrus from Indie Vibing with Jay. Rode wireless microphones. Those things, plug and play, plop them in. Absolutely great microphones. However, while these aren't sort of lapel mics, these are absolutely phenomenal microphones that we're using. They run on USB, but they also run on real XLR. And the cool thing is you can either use them on a real soundboard or plug them into your smartphone, and there's a headphone socket on the back of the microphone, and that takes the sound from your phone into that, and you can hear it. So you can podcast and stream on the go. I mean, they come with an arm and everything. You could even do it in your car if that wasn't probably distracted driving. Do you know why I pulled you over today? Well, I was doing a live indie podcast, officer. But it's okay, it's all for kindness. Please don't give me a ticket. Yes, so all of that and more is coming up 5 minutes to 7 o'clock on the Eastern Seaboard. Streaming to at Hot Inc. at TKR Mornings on YouTube, and obviously indie1015.com. And you can also listen to us on apps like TuneIn. You can find us everywhere. And soon the radio stream will also be coming from unity314.com, where you can pick up some awesome swag. And if you're an independent artist who wants actually free promotion, go read the website, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see a thing that says book now. It says $300, pay later. And a lot of you panic and be like, oh no, I'm going to get it, and run away. Don't run away. Sign up. That is just to stop bots and scammers. You sign up, send me the information, boom. No bill. And we make awesome stuff. We interview you, we listen to your tunes, and I'm very excited that February didn't have any artists in, because obviously we're building, we're changing, there's a lot of structural things happening, as you are well aware, and I'm very excited to be interviewing in a live pre-recorded session Dreams to Reality band, who we played yesterday at the beginning of 15 minutes of non-stop music. No, at the end of 15 minutes of non-stop music at 6:30 yesterday. Absolutely cracking band, and they got some music videos as well, so we'll slap that in there. And as they're aware, I'll probably get it out on Friday, but you might have to wait till Monday. You've just got to pay attention and join the revolution with me and everybody else. So we've got Shadows, because it's raining here in Toronto. Oh, that was pretty weak. This is Stenkill featuring Alec, and I honestly, it didn't quite make it to the top summer anthem of 2024, but we'll make it for 2025. I'm going to be blaring this one on the road trip. This is Indie 1015. I'm Gizmo.
I never saw the sun come up today. Got me stuck in your shadows waiting. But now you're a million miles away, pushing on 'cause the light is fading. Feed me the fire, I can't let you go. I'm running in circles, we've been here before. Life's moving fast and I can't let it show. But I need you to know that I can't live without you, breathe without you, even if I fall. Can't think about you, just think about you, I'm losing control. Life goes on but my heart is stuck in a life long ago. You found a new light and I'm chasing shadows. Can somebody find me a time machine? You missed so much of my life when you left me. Wish I could tell you about all the things I've seen. Guess that you were never ready. Won't you bring me a memory I try not to feel? Can't hide behind it, I know this was real. Life's moving fast now, I'm letting it show. I need you to know that I can't live without you, breathe without you, even if I fall. Can't think about you, just think about you, I'm losing control. Life goes on but my heart is stuck in a life long ago. You found a new light and I'm chasing shadows. Can't live without you, can't breathe without you, can't let you go. Can't think about you, just drink about you, now I'm chasing shadows.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I met you out on a warm summer's night. It was 5 to 5 on the 29th. Saw your face and I thought, this is it. Straight away we got along. We smiled us jokes and sing-alongs. You understood and I thought, this is it. And it was bitter and it was sweet, a melancholic treat, just a taste of what could be between you and me. And it was fireworks and tears, far too many beers. You looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. On New Year's Eve, all dressed in white, Cooper, it was quite a sight. We ran into the sea and I thought, this is it. We said our goodbyes and I drove away, couple hours up the interstate. Is this the end? I thought, this isn't it. And it was bitter and it was sweet, a melancholic treat, just a taste of what could be between you and me. And it was fireworks and tears, far too many beers. You looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. You looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. You looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, you looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. Yeah, you looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. It was bitter and it was sweet, a melancholic treat, just a taste of what could be between you and me. And it was fireworks and tears, far too many beers. You looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. You looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing. You looked at me like you wouldn't change a thing.
tell me. I've been searching all over the world to find that special girl. But the don't make ladies like you no more. Knock you out on the floor. You got it all, baby. They don't make them like you. So soft and tender, you made me want to love. Better than anything I remember, you were a dream for me. So seldom is that found, a girl with all that style. You got 'em all for out and run, for more than just a smile. So you don't make ladies like you no more. Knock you out on the floor. You got it all, baby. They don't make them like you. They don't make them like you, no. No, you're the one. That's my fire. 'Cause they don't make ladies like you no more. Knock you out on the floor. You got it all, baby. They don't make them like you. 'Cause they don't make ladies like you no more. Knock you out on the floor. You got it all,
Well, they certainly don't make them like me. Crikey, I've just... You somehow missed one of these epic Frosted Flake and Crispy Seaweed moments, basically myself and Frankie, where... I don't know how we do it, but we're basically like children. We shouldn't be left unsupervised, to the point that this morning, not only did I have what seemed like a 7-minute mental breakdown live on air, nobody left. It would be perfectly acceptable for people to leave when it was clear that it appeared that I was losing my mind. Nope, everybody stuck around to watch the train crash. So I appreciate the loyalty of our kindness revolutionites. I don't know, is that a thing?
Revolutionites, there you go.
Yeah, I coined a new thing. Trademark, registered, copyright, a little P with a circle.
Hashtag.
Hashtag indeed. Or as it used to be known as when we were growing up, the pound key.
The pound key. Oh, man.
Pound makes me think of pound cake, which makes me think of... John, what do you know about that Mr. Beast bloke on YouTube? The guy who's
The
doing
Mr.
Yeah, that one.
Yes. So I actually do remember when it all first started, and I remember it first started as like a way just for him to like give away money to people, you know, like with all these different games and ideas and things. And I know it's like kind of grown into even like more than that, and like even like an actual show and everything else. But I remember the original concept behind it was him actually doing pretty good for people.
So yeah, I've got a question, because I saw him in the early days, and it was like, where did he be? Like, was it just like family? Like, where did this money originally come from? Like, not that it matters. Like, that's the bit I always missed. I'm like, okay, it's great that you're actually doing something positive. Like, he has given away a lot of things. He's made it, and I have no sort of beef in that sort of regard for what he does. But I've always just been puzzled as to where the money originally came from. That I know why. Obviously, I've watched this sort of interviews and know why he chose to sort of give it away to help other people. And you're right, like what the other day he was giving away $5 million in cash in a big mountain pile. So
yeah, go ahead.
No, I just said so randomly because I was filling the air. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's really funny because when I first saw him, the original idea behind what he was doing, I thought was actually fantastic, and but I very much like you, I had the exact same question, like where is this coming from? Like where is all this money coming from that he's just giving it away, and having just if I recall correctly, I remember him was just randomly giving it away at first.
Oh yeah,
like it wasn't.
There was no like structure or anything. It's like, I've got money, I'm giving it away, and he filmed it. And well, here we are talking about him. And the reason I say this is, I mean, I'm quite impressed. I've seen one of his videos where he basically was like, I'm going to spend. I think it was like, I don't know. It's like a couple of weeks in like a one room where there was no time. He couldn't tell what the time of day was. There were like and it was all about sort of how your brain like copes with these sort of these environments where like the isolation and stuff. And it was fascinating to watch how this sounds bad, his mind slowly broke down as he like tried to keep himself entertained and alleviate the boredom of being in this same environment, not knowing what the time is and how many hours have passed.
Right.
And I mean, I can't remember why he was doing that, but I'm assuming it was to raise awareness for mental health. But finally, I came across one of his chocolate bars, one of the Mr. Beast Feastables at the gas station this morning. So he seems to be very good at being a YouTuber and doing what he does. The question is he any good at making chocolate bars?
This should be interesting.
It should. I've got the Milk Crunch.
I can honestly say that I have I've viewed Mr. Beast, but I've never eaten him. So you're the first.
Yes. And we quickly descend even further. Okay, well, I'm just looking at his ingredients. He's full of milk chocolate. He's got some natural vanilla in him, and he's a little bit crispy, so you should probably put some sunscreen on. And he's also got some nuts in him too. Right, and some sesame. Right, moving swiftly on from Mr. Beast's contents. I'm probably going to get a taste of it at 8 o'clock and let you know if it's any good. And Clay's going to get a taste of you. This is the Kindness Revolution Morning Show here on Indie 101.5.
Feeling right here, let it go.
and the way he tries. We used to say words that hurt me again. She said she only spins for you. Do you remember all the words you used to hurt me? Are you giving me a taste to make me amends?
Rocco of the Snow to Eden here on the Kindness Revolution morning show on Indie 101.5. I'm Gizmo and we are going to the North Cafe project. John, the founder, the man who did a thing and then was daft enough to invite me on the show. It was a lot of fun. And the fact that you were kind enough to let me miss the first one with zero excuses other than I was sleeping and have me on. It was great. So that's John. Yeah. John is awesome. So John, tell everybody about the North Cafe for those who do not know.
Yeah, well, the North Cafe project, it actually originally started out as the North Cafe, and it became the North Cafe project once we realized that it was going to be more than just a kind of a band name to put out these projects that we were doing. And what it's really turned into is a live stream. And the live stream is focused around artists, musicians, poets, different people that come on. And it's really about just having a conversation with them and getting to know the human, the person behind, the art. Because we already know the people that are coming on. We already know that they're great musicians and great artists and great, So, but we're getting to know the actual person behind what's going on. And that was kind of the idea of the show, is just to kind of get to really know people in a conversation like you were sitting down in your living room and just, and just having a chat with friends. Yeah.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, I was going to make the joke of, well, you're probably going to have me on a couple more times to get through the layers that is Gizmo to the man underneath. But I was looking back at it and I felt like I said some things that, I wouldn't say surprised me, but I was like, oh, I'm learning just that little bit more about myself when sort of push comes to shove, rather than when someone gives you a question, I'll skirt around the answer. No, you forced, not in a negative context, but you forced me to actually pick a side, as it were, right? You got me to give a definitive answer on something. It's like at the very end, you're like, well, what do you want your legacy to be? And I went, well, a mirror.
Yeah.
And I wasn't saying that to sort of be clever. That's just actually what I felt about all of this. And no one's been able to sort of have that sort of, other than Jay Cabrera, have that sort of conversation. But with Jay, he allowed me to, he allowed me to just go full Gizmo, whereas I was being a little bit more reserved Gizmo. As we were sitting in a cafe, I thought decorum was important with my bottle of red wine, which was a very nice bottle of red.
Well, you know what? I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I actually thought the interview went great. As a matter of fact, I'm still trying to download those episodes for editing. But look, the one thing about it is that I don't bring people on hoping that they're going to be a certain way or act a certain way or do a certain thing. I actually want to get to know who they actually are. And to me, that's so much more fascinating than, trying to kind of put up a facade or something like that. If Gizmo is Gizmo and he's sitting there kicking back with wine and, answering things and he is, sarcasm, I want to know that about you. To me, that's much more fascinating to know the actual person. And you also said some amazing things actually that were, that I found to be quite true.
Let's say you wanted to say, holy shit, that's quite surprising that came out of Gizmo's mouth.
Well, as a matter of, there was at least maybe 15 or 20 times, but
every time I open my mouth. No, it's fine. I like to keep people surprised. It's what makes this social experiment. Or did I say social experiment? I mean, this radio show so much fun.
Indeed. And you know what? I think the one thing that we have in all of this, and I was talking to Jay about this, is that with what Jay Cabrera does, with what TKR does, with what you do, and what I do, I think we have this beautiful triangle of not only supporting independent artists, but also supporting each other. And it's almost like a cross network of promotion that, of three people that actually care about what they're doing. And that's, to me, like, that's extremely important. And I think that shows, from each of us in different ways.
Yeah, like, is that actually the triangle being the strongest shape in nature, and the 3 into 1 concept that sort of underlines where I started all of this, that basically shows me slowly lose my mind a little.
Like having a conversation by yourself, you mean?
I mean, the one that I had with Frankie that made me sound a little crazy was probably more sane than the one I had a couple of years ago, which was a philosophical debate about the meaning, like the answer of the meaning to life with artificial intelligence. But, well, that conversation led us here. So it can't have been that mental.
Well, that's true, actually. And there's all sort of like synchronicities that kind of have, like, like,
So
how did I
many.
come on this show? Yeah, exactly.
So
It's
many
like
synchronicities. But
Yeah.
I think some of it is really due to the fact, just like Lila Wild, I'm a bit of a queen of vanity. This is the Kindness Revolution morning show here on Indie 101.5. I'm Gizmo. That's John from the North Cafe Project.
Not for nothing. You look like you might be scared of something. Call it confidence, I call it bluffing. Acrimony vibes, you've got it coming. Not for nothing. It's something shameless. Moving through the room just like you're famous. Bruised egos in your wake and yet you're blameless. Girl, that attitude is so outrageous, so off basis, and it ain't that hard to see. You're off key, dancing but you're sober off the beat. So mean but she makes it look easy.
run deep. We could be anywhere from New York to Sydney. Babe, wherever we roam, whether it's Rome or Tokyo, there's no limits to the places we can go. Redefine a staycation. We do it better anyway. Yeah, we can reach nation to nation in our own little way. Let's just throw our worries away. We can let loose today. And I know life's not our game to play, but we have the whole day. Let's take a trip to the market. Let's pretend we're in France. Blast the radio like we're in LA and dance. It's whatever you want. A trip to Taiwan. There's no limits when you have your mind switched on. So run your imagination. Let your desires run deep. We could be anywhere from New York to Sydney. Babe, wherever we roam, whether it's Rome or Tokyo, there's no limits to the places we can go. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is TKR Mornings, streaming live from Toronto.
Check 1, check 2, check 1, check 2, and I'm gonna start singing right now. Feeling kinda nervous, starting things not really like me. Got a boyfriend, says he likes me, guess I like him, but it's funny, cause I'm not big on relationships, I'm more down for the flirt. All my friends say it's a problem, nah, I'd just rather not get hurt, cause I can't take my feelings and I can't trust my heart, so I never take my chances, cause I know I'll break apart. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. I'm so unpredictable, one day I'm irresistible, the next I hate myself, never good for someone else, so I try to stay away, don't want them dealing with my brain, but suddenly they got me folding, cause I only want him to hold me young, but I can't take my feelings and I can't trust my heart, so I never take my chances, cause I know I'll break apart. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but I'm not good at listening, so I don't want someone missing me. I hate the mushy shit and I tell it how it
Yeah.
is and boom, I wish that I was kidding, but
I wish that I was kidding, John, but I'm not. Don't miss me. Claire Rosenkrantz here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show on Indie 101.5. Interestingly enough, Claire Rosenkrantz is a inspiration to one of the artists we have coming up very shortly. And it's kind of an interesting segue. So you're obviously aware, as you're still waiting, as I keep pushing the goals, the TKR Spotlight artist was packed in January. It was literally every day we had somebody on, which was great.
Right.
And obviously the thing was they show up, we promise content, live interview, promote them. Now here's where it's weird, and I don't get it. Because it's free. I don't understand why not a single one of them has followed up to ask where any of their stuff is. Like, it's kind of odd. It's like, it's like, are they concerned that I'm just about to, like, if they follow up, like, oh, well, now you owe me money type of thing? Or like, what would you say if you were in that position there, John?
If I were in that position, well, I can tell you, like, when I originally, when I was actually going to have my segment and scheduled that for a day, when I went on there, I did see, and it did look like I had to pay money. And I was actually immediately concerned because by the time I kind of figured that it would go away, and by the time I got to the end, it was saying, $300 something, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then I wrote you and said, no, something's wrong here. And I think probably what would really help is just to get rid of that altogether.
Okay,
what
so I get that from the standpoint of new people coming in, and when I do make it very clear at the beginning. Look, this is free. Yes, it says this. Don't worry about it. This is just for process, because obviously my time is worth money, and I do need to document these things. So it's $300, but obviously I'm cuffing that for you because I believe in the fact, well, you've shown up to do this bit. My question is, they've gone through it. They've had the interview. It was all a great success. They had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And then I got to admit, fell a little behind with things because I always like to take on more than I can chew. But why haven't they come for their stuff? Like, does that, like, it's free. It says paid. Like, if you look at your invoices in your email for everyone who's got it, it says paid $0 balance. I can't turn that around, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
What do you think's stopping them? The ones that have already done it, getting their stuff.
As far as the ones that have already done it, yeah. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know. The only defense that I can think of, if I'm being honest, is that artists are they have a tendency to be wildly busy depending upon what they're doing.
I thought you were gonna say the word flaky.
Well, hey, you know what? I'll be perfectly honest with you. There is that too, and I've run into plenty of those artists as well. But if I'm being honest, most artists I know, they have very little time to follow up on anything, and I find more often than not, you have to chase them rather than them chasing you. Unless they're like a newer artist or somebody who's just kind of looking forward to getting their name out there, then they will be quite proactive.
Very, very true.
Yeah.
So, going to be instating some new rules into the people who sign up. That active participation. Because the other side of things, and look, I'm not complaining. I like doing this. It's a lot of fun, and I'm happy to help. But at no point afterwards have any of them come back and go, oh, what can we do to help this? Like, as it is essentially them helping themselves, right? They go, oh.
Yeah.
So, and obviously that wasn't like a requirement. It was a suggestion in the beginning that obviously the more you do with me collaboratively, the further your music will reach. And obviously that's the whole point of this, to try and alleviate some of the millions of jobs artists now have, do a lot of the work for them. But obviously I'm not them. Or am I just being an inconsiderate arse?
Well, I believe
that was rhetorical, John.
Yeah, okay. I believe there's truth to both sides.
Absolutely. But you know
what? To be perfect.
No, I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
What? No, you tell me what's up.
To be perfectly honest with you, the truth of the matter is that there are plenty of people out there who actually do charge artists who come on their show, and as a matter of fact, there's a whole culture behind, like, if you want to do a gig, if you want to do this, the artist has to pay for it. In your particular case, you're actually offering them the opposite, and you're saying, no, we will promote you for free. All you have to do is come on, talk about what you're doing, and it doesn't cost you a thing. And to that end, I would have to say, if I'm being quite, there really isn't an excuse. When someone is putting that effort out towards you, the least you can do is give it back. And I have actually run into that a few times myself, dealing with artists. So.
Right. Well, there you have it. John actually picked a side of the fence for once, which is
I
actually
know.
very, very good because we are heading into Read It, Reddit, Thread It 2.0. This time it's gone nuclear. Nuclear. Like that word went. It's gone boom. So, leading us in to the top of the hour with a 1-minute commercial break at the top so we can pay out the royalties to the very talented musicians who've ghosted me for their own content that's just sitting here waiting. I'm going to play the 2 basic videos that I shot, one for Above K and one for James Favron, and then the final video will be Naya, It Should Be You. And I was helped by the wonderful Jay Cabrera from Indie Vibing with Jay, who just before we started got a quick stern talking to about the fact that he has an iPhone 16. Why are you not shooting in 4K and 120 frames per second? No, I don't care that your phone is heating up and you're losing all of your memory. It's for the art. And he was a stellar lad. He did some great work. So without further ado, this is from the Hoozle launch party for their brand new app connecting independent artists in a much better way than it ever was before. And this was at Rivoli, Toronto. Lubov K live here on the Kindness Revolution morning show. Have something pretty to look at.
How's everyone doing tonight? My name is Lubov K, and so you know I love singing in Spanish, even though I don't speak the language. So this next one is a cover, and it's a song called It's Not Over.
I'm so fucking used to being disappointed. I come prepared. No, hopefully not I'm very, very excited to be here. I'm honored to be a part of this team that's putting on this show tonight. I brought my good friend Josh Caladracos out with me. He's going to play some guitar. And we're going to sing some songs, and we're going to get right into it. This first song is about growing up. Who thinks growing up is dumb? Yeah, me too. It's kind of okay. All right, well, that's one of us. I think growing up is cool, but I think it's also hard. So I wrote a song about it, and I hope you can relate. I know, life is kind of a crazy ride. Can't get my foot in there and this shit feels like a slip and slide. And I've been wondering where my youth went. I've been locked out of my mind, can't find my 2 cents. My boss is driving me crazy. I know I'm supposed to be productive, but I wanna be lazy. Give me a day at home watching TV, but I got 3 children I gotta get up and feed. And I gotta teach them how to think right, make sure they're eating healthy and they get a good sleep at night. Meanwhile, I've been snacking past bedtime, always working cause I'm searching for the limelight. But I just wanna be free, have some fun, maybe take up Tai Chi, grab a nap by a tree with a good book, or a weekend on a yacht, now that's a good look. Life is kinda crazy, I don't know where I'm going next. Life is kinda crazy, I don't wanna grow up. Life is kinda crazy, I don't know where I'm going next. Life is kinda crazy, but I guess I'll just show up. Check it. Look, when I was young, I just wanted to make music, and now I'm making music, but I'm old. I mean, I'm not like, throw me out the fridge, I'm expired, but my knees do hurt, and I'm always kind of tired. I don't want a real job, but I got bills to pay, and I want to own a house, maybe in the hills someday. A big backyard with a view over the city, but I'm still so immature, I get distracted by the... Never mind that, never gonna get this time back. Film whatever you want, you ain't never gonna rewind that moment with the loved one whose days have come and gone. Remember them in a moment when you sing their favorite song. The point is, right now is all you really got, cause the other side is maybe, maybe not. I mean, if you're lucky, you might come back as one of Josh's cats. He loves the shit out of those things. Life is kinda crazy, I don't know where I'm going next. Life is kinda crazy, I don't wanna grow up. Life is kinda crazy, I don't know where I'm going next. Life is kinda crazy, but I guess I'll just show up. Speaking of showing up, thank you so much for showing up here tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I second those words from James Favron. Thank you for showing up. It's all about showing up. Like, all you got to do, email me, gizmo@unity314, and tell me where your event is in Toronto. Like, come down, do this. Live production.
Exactly.
One of the things about these fog machines is they're very cool, but they dry the shit out of your throat.
He does like that poopy word, doesn't he? Cheeky monkey. Mind you, that was at the bar. And this is Internet Radio. And this is Naya. It should be you. Here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show.
Die, got you out of my sight, but you found a way to get around my eyes. You keep the smell of your cologne, car radio playing Post Malone, ordering takeout and needing a loan. None of it makes sense, cause it should be you getting sick over sushi and doing blue. Should be making you weak every time that you listen to Halsey. You should be crying in your bed for a week. It should be you. It should be you. I was always on your mind, and without me you couldn't be alright. I was the love of your life. I never thought that I'd despise. You hear the smell of your cologne, car radio playing Post Malone, ordering takeout and needing a loan. None of it makes sense, cause it should be you getting sick over sushi until blue should be making you weak every time that you listen to Halsey.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Through the dark, a color show. One by one, we lift the veil. For the voices they dismiss. Lost in stories never told. The whispers of the past we can't hide. In shadows, the truth unfolds. Marching onward with our dreams anew. Dream toward a star.
Time now for Read It, Read It, Thread It 2.0. Whatever that means, I'm not entirely sure.
I'm reading that myself, and I'm also wondering. This is a big framework here.
It is,
Oh,
but it's
man.
actually quite not so much, really, if you think about it. Oh, there's the traffic cone. Goodbye, traffic cone. We are back on the road. So,
Okay.
are you ready for another one of Gizmo's? Hey, let's just change it right before you know. I mean, at least you had maybe what? 15 minutes to have some vague idea that I've just turned your life upside down again on a Wednesday, a Wunderkamen Wednesday.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just
Well,
yeah, I'm ready. Let's
it's
do
fine.
this.
I mean, it wouldn't be a cavern of treasures if there wasn't me grave robbing your happiness bit by bit. Right, so yesterday, well, we'll give some context. I think it's important so people know what's going on. Yesterday, you may have seen some controversial memes flying up onto the @TKR mornings. Why? Because sitting on the fence in a discussion, John, I'm looking at you, and which is why I always ask the question so I can sit quietly and nobody notices. We gotta start picking sides, and I don't mean picking sides, but I do. Duality. See what I did there? I confused everybody and myself.
Well done on that one.
You are more than welcome. So, do you have any questions, or should we just go absolutely head first, no bars held, right into it?
I say we go head first into it, and I will do my best to try and make this work. Well, you know, the cool
team
thing
effort.
is, yeah, both of us are actually talking, and it's not a one-sided conversation, so we're already winning.
Absolutely. And it's not like I have any idea how this works either. right? Like this now, here is where is a good example. This could be absolute gold, or it could be the good, the bad, and the ugly of exploration. Cha-ching!
I would choose the ugly. Yeah.
Well, ugly people need love too. Wait, what? Did I say?
Yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah, it's very true. Unfortunately, I'm not getting any. Anywho, swiftly moving on. Let's start exploring new lands, discovering new cultures, and pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. Or am I just being like my colonial ancestors with Reddit, Threadit? Do we just destroy everything we touch? I think we just destroy everything we touch, John. Is that true?
Yes and no, I would say. And there goes me picking a side. No, I mean, look, to be perfectly honest with you, yeah, it does seem that way sometimes. I also think that there's people that are doing good in the world as well, though.
Who would you say is someone that is fueling science and culture and progress with exploration?
Somebody who is fueling science with culture and progress and exploration. You know what? Oh, God. You know what? Screw it. I'm on your side.
What, we're destroying everything we touch? Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's it's kind of funny. I mean, I'm just I'm thinking to myself,
you're trying to sit on the fence, and we went over this. Literally at the bottom of what we're reading, it says, there's a little pin and it says progression. It says, everyone enters the debate, no fence sitting.
No fence sitting. Well, you know what? Look, yeah, I mean...
As far as I can tell, you have a mighty fine fence to sit on if you sit on it that much. You're going to invite others over to sit on your fence and look at the castle and smoke a pipe?
Oh, yeah, they're absolutely welcome to. But, I'm just just trying to figure all this out. But to be perfectly honest with you, it does seem to me like it doesn't matter what it is, whether we're exploring things, whether we're trying. Well, I mean, for instance, I just reading through a few things here and just thinking to myself, we're trying to send a rocket to Mars, and we haven't even fixed the shit that we have now. So it's and that seems to be kind of like an ongoing theme, doesn't it? That it's always this innovation to try and do something new and spectacular, and they haven't even addressed the problem yet.
Fascinating. So we're heading into our basic data processing and identifying and recognizing these things. And I think it's much better to do when you're not strangers. This is Tom White, Strangers Here, on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show. I'm Gizmo, that's John, and we are redditing, and threaditing. And I think I may have just had a stroke, excuse me.
Do you remember that time dancing in the shadows? No one could stop us, no. Living like we know tomorrow. I used to be stronger. We used to be close, and now all that I wonder is where the hell you are. Close, and now no one could ever remind me of who you are. There's a reason why you'll never wait for me at home just to hear that I'm sorry, 'cause my eyes are over someone else's body. are strangers.
That was Tom White, Strangers, here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show on Indie 101.5, home of the independent artist. I am Gizmo, and over there is I Am John.
I am John.
There you go, see, look, I told you.
I am John, as a matter of fact.
I should hope so, or I've been talking to a stranger. We get good at this. Like it.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm here till Thursday. Try the veal. Yes, vegans, I'm talking to you. That little monkey screamed just there in the song. It's like, I can't believe you said that. Right, back to the topic at hand. Exploration, was it?
Yeah, well, I believe we're doing the, establishing the facts before we burn down the world. We're on thread 2, are we not?
I believe we are. We'll pull on that thread.
Well, let's pull on that then. So I have a question for you, Gizmo.
Right.
What is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear exploration?
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
Actually, that's kind of the first thing I thought of, too.
Yeah, the final frontier, and I'm actually now expecting like a phone call from Paramount Lawyers for using a very famous quote. But until that, yeah, no, that's really what I see. It's like we I don't know, we crawled out of the primeval ooze, I don't know, we fell out of the trees as monkeys, maybe we were fish. But we've always like stepped up and looked further and looked up and gone to explore. And so and I want to circle back to what you were saying. Like, well, we're going to like other planets and we can't sort out the crap down here. Well, two things. What's to say we won't learn very useful thing on these other planets that will help us back home? And why can't we do both? Because here's the kicker. The people bitching about, oh, well, space travel, bloody, we should be looking after the planet. I don't see them going around picking up trash off the street. No, they're all on Facebook whinging. So
yeah,
their argument's flawed and their point is moot. Changed my mind.
I see. All right, well, shall we try another question then? And actually, I would definitely have to say I would agree with that. And it's very funny because we were having a conversation earlier about the fact that both you and I have a tendency to look forward when it comes to things. So interesting that came back to that. So next question. Who is the greatest explorer of all time?
Ooh.
That's...
I would have to say Captain James T. Kirk.
I'd have to concur with you because I'm a big nerd.
I like this. You're not fence sitting. You're just coming neatly onto my side of the fence so you don't get shit thrown at you. Clever.
I'm a Star Trek lover, man. I can't, I just can't argue with that point there.
No, yeah, that's good.
Well, you got people like Magellan and Marco Polo, Columbus.
You got Jane Goodall.
Jane Goodall, Cousteau, SpaceX, if you really want to throw that in there.
Well, I mean, they are a form of it. NASA, if you don't want to go SpaceX and you want to go government funded.
Yeah.
Those are like the leaders. And before that, it was about 350 years ago, it was the British, the French, and the Spanish empires that were the biggest contributors to what we have as modern day society.
Yeah, you know what?
Not
That's
all
really
of it
interesting.
good, I might point out.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's really interesting that that you bring that up because one of the things I always hear people say is colonialism, and it's always a key word of the moment. But the truth of the matter is, without that history, we're not where we are right now, and we're not, things have not been established, and they have, believe it or not, people, things actually have to happen in order for other things to happen, and they're not all good.
No,
but
they're
they
not.
do establish, yeah.
And I mean, I think a lot of people, like England obviously gets a lot of flack because in the grand scheme of things, when it came to the British and the Spanish and the French empires, at that time, like Pirates of the Caribbean ages and the East India Trading Company, I think they're a little bit bitter because literally at the end of basically the 1800s going into early 1900s, Britain came out on top. We won whatever that ridiculous 300 years of nonsense was. And I mean, we've put the proof that we've won on display in many museums in London of everybody else's shit that we charge them to look at. Which I really do think we should maybe start handing more of it back. National
probably.
British Museum. We know what you're up to. You've got cupboards full of stuff you're not even looking at. Give it back. Now. Don't make me come over there. I will. Even if I have to walk and swim.
I see. Well, I have another question for you, good sir.
I do like a good question. What is your question?
Okay.
What's your name?
What is your name? Who are you?
What is your favorite color? What
Who is your favorite
the
character
airspeed
on-
velocity of a fully laden swallow?
Who's your favorite character on Star Trek? No. What is the last travel documentary you watched?
The last travel documentary was actually a really, really, really good one. It was called, it was on the BBC, and it's the Travel Show, and it is basically 30 minutes long, and it was called Iceland, the Edge of the Arctic, and it is absolutely brilliant and presented by Roma Wells. Now, some of you may have heard me talk about her. She's basically the young female version of David Attenborough, as far as I can work out. Like, incredibly conscious about like eco travel, like if you're going to travel, doing things properly. She even has her own travel company called Curious Fox that she set up that helps do traveling to some of these places where, let's just face it, humans will run amok and destroy it unless it's properly guided. You can find her on social media at Roma Wells, or you can go to the BBC website and check out the programs there. That's the latest one I watched, and I recommend everybody watching it. Absolutely phenomenal.
I've actually written that down. I'm going to check it out.
I will
like
send a link, and I will drop a link in the chat as well. Any other questions?
Should we maybe do some poll questions for, I'm not sure if we have the poll up or not, but there are some choices to be had here.
Right. Well, 1 minute to give me your choices, John. What do you got? What is the question? Let's give it.
All right. So as far as who has contributed more to humanity, ancient explorers, Magellan, Marco Polo, Columbus, modern pioneers like Jane Goodall, Cousteau, and SpaceX, both, but in different ways, or neither. All exploration is exploitation.
Yeah, well, anyone who thinks that last one's stupid as far as I'm concerned. It can be exploitation, but it's not. Like, I'm king of making sweeping generalized statements. So I disagree with that last one. Anyone's going to make stupid sweeping statements is Gizmo. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to say the things you don't want to say, so then we can all have an intelligent conversation and learn something new.
He used to make outrageous statements like he invented the question mark.
But I did invent the question mark. Just 2 centuries too
From one
early
of my
when nobody
favorites.
could read or write. Or was that yesterday in America? Who knows?
I think that was yesterday in America.
Every day, unfortunately. Oh, that must have been like a dagger. This is a Chelsea dagger. The Fratellis here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show, where we're upping the ante on Read It, Reddit, Thread It 2.0, the Nuclear Edition.
hotel. Oh yeah. Someone said you was asking after me, but I know you best as a blagger. I said, tell me your name, is it sweet? She said, my boy is Dagger. Oh yeah. I was good, she was hot, stealing everything she got. I was bold, she was over the worst of it. Give me gear, thank you dear. Bring your sister over here, let her dance with me just for the hell of it. Well, you must be a boy with bones like that. She said you got me wrong. I would've sold him to you if I could've just kept the last of my clothes on. Oh yeah. Call me up, take me down with you when you go. I could be your regular belle. And I'll see dance for little Stephen and Joanna around the back of my hotel. Oh yeah. I was good, she was hot, stealing everything she got. I was bold, she was over the worst of it. Give me gear, thank you dear. Bring your sister over here, let her dance with me just for the hell of it.
Dagger by the Fratellis here on the Kindness Revolution morning show on Indie 101.5. That is from their album Costello Music. That's actually quite an old album, but absolutely brilliant nonetheless. This is Read It, Reddit, Threadit 2.0. I'm Gizmo. That's John from the North Cafe Project, who is on the top of a fence right now, but he's been kind of leaning to my side, but this is where it gets real. Prepare to have your opinion. This is the moment where opinions can be said, even if they're dumb. Just prepared to have it thrown back in your face. Not you, John. Well, maybe me.
In that case, I'm gonna say this is where opinions don't get real. How's that? So forget you, man.
Wow, and that's the end of the conversation. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
There's your pushback.
So, emotion and instincts, level 2 of our brains. Are we heroes or parasites? So, first up, John, are explorers heroes or villains?
Are explorers heroes or villains? I would say heroes if we're talking about actual explorers. Yeah.
Not Dora the Explorer. She's 100% a villain.
Not Dora, yeah. 100% villain.
Yeah.
For Dora.
She's just bad.
No, I think Discovery in general, if you look at explorers as actual explorers, they oftentimes invest a lot of time and money and discoveries can lead to amazing things, amazing places, things that we never even thought about exploring, or things that we didn't even know existed. And so they kind of bring that in a way, to us oftentimes through documentary, which is, I would definitely say heroes to that end.
Well, I think back in the day, that might have not been such the answer that you might have wanted to give, let's face it, right? Heroes? Really? Well, we showed up and nicked a lot of people's lands. Sounds like a villain. You don't have a flag, so therefore, no. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, we have a gun to back up our flag. What do you have? Yeah, it's ours now. Move along. Sounds kind of villainish, does it not? How can you say that's a hero?
But you know what? Because I'm looking at it from the perspective of the actual land that they come from. So,
Fairness,
you know,
you're
if
looking
you
at it
come-
from capitalism.
I'm looking at it from, you know, if I come from this place and I'm the one that's doing the exploring on behalf of my country, then technically I'm a hero. If I'm the one who is, you know, from the other side, I am most definitely the villain. But then again, I'm not.
You,
supposed to be on the
sir, are
fence.
teetering and tottering on top of that
I
fence,
am
and I
not-
cannot wait to watch you fall. Okay, next question. Do humans have the right to discover places where people already live? And I mean, it's a bit of a dumb question, let's face it, as there's no more space left really to discover, except I don't know,
Yeah.
in outer space. But that's a stupid question. So you know what? Pick a side, and you need to back this up fervently with your emotional instinct. Influencers are the new
Okay.
colonizers. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, I'd have to adamantly disagree.
You're wrong.
And I'd have to adamantly disagree on that because there's a couple different reasons. Number one, just the word influencer bothers the absolute crap out of me. There's just something about that word I don't like. It's just like one of those keywords. And influencers are, to me, they are only influential to those who are dumb enough to follow
yeah,
them.
there you go.
And
Thick
I'm
as a
sorry to
bag
say
of
that,
pig.
but
No, don't be sorry to speak the truth. Like, they are the new colonizers. Well, I mean, they're kind of going out of style a little bit at this point, but they would go to places and then post, and people, the dumb people, would follow along, and like that is essentially colonization. One person goes, and then it goes, "Hey, look how great this place is! You should all come along." They are the colonizers, and they're probably the villains at the same time too. And let's face it, influencer. What does
yeah,
that
I
even
know.
mean? So we're
I mean,
in
like-
disagreement,
like I
but
said-
we both think influencers are dumb. So a little bit of fence sitting.
Yeah, we're there.
Excellent. So we're going to run a poll here. Which group does the most damages to the places they visit? Is it A, digital nomads and influencers, B, wealthy vacationers, C, backpackers, or D, none, exploration is positive? That's not an answer
I'd probably
anyone
say
should
wealthy
pick. Wealthy vacationers?
Wealthy vacationers for me, yeah, on that one.
I say backpackers. Only because in Australia they keep... No, I'm not going to make that joke. That might upset someone. But anyone who knows the story about backpackers in Australia, they're kind of making a literary place across the stuff. Whoopsie! There's the emotions rising. Now, contextual understanding is why you're currently feeling that this whole conversation is a bit of a roller coaster here on the Kindness Revolution morning show. You don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Instead, we're just falling
Neither
again.
do I.
This is Shelby Cordell.
Meet me at the door, holding flowers. Take me by the hand, talking for hours. Tell me your fears, and maybe I'll tell you mine. But if I do it, maybe be different this time. Say you pick me up at 8 and you called it a day. Haven't felt this way, and I'm scared at this rate. But I'm trusting my gut, my heart can't fool me this time. Because if it does, I'm running for my life. Falling again, I think I'm falling again. Yeah, it's falling exciting.
soul. If I believe it's up to me, then I won't leave this place alone. I always find it cold, the way that people come and go. They like to break into your heart and take the pieces for their own. I always find it strange, the way that people never change. Apologize and say goodbye and leave as easy as it can. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. I've been down this path trying to find a place to come home. If I believe it's up to me, then I won't leave this place alone. I've been down this road looking for the light set for my soul. If I believe it's up to me, then I won't leave this place alone. I always find it cold, the way that people come and go. They like to break into your heart and take the pieces for their own. I always find it strange, the way that people never change. Apologize and say goodbye and leave as easy as it can. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. Save me from myself. I've been down this path trying to find a place to come home. If I believe it's up to me, then I won't leave this place alone.
Do you remember summer 14 when we tried to be everything? Do you remember all of the things we promised to each other? I thought this was it, I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. I thought this was it, I'm done with looking. I found who I want, but you weren't the one. How can I trust my judgment when my heart's in the pavement, screaming please, please love me, love me? How do I go on from here?
a minute. That shouldn't be playing. Absolutely no. Nein, das ist nicht. Yep, that's what I wanted. Welcome back to the Kindness Revolution morning show. We're on level 3 of RRT 2.0. I'm seeing the other side. John?
Yes, I am here, sir.
Oh, good. So.
And, yes, go ahead.
No, I feel like you had something to say.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you know what? Yes, seeing the other side, and very interesting. I actually have a few questions for you, sir.
Oh, do go ahead, good sir.
I do indeed. How do indigenous communities see exploration differently from Elon Musk?
Well, there's a question I'm not touching with a 10-foot punch pole. I cannot speak on behalf of indigenous communities. I mean, I could, but that would be grossly insensitive, I think.
I think so too.
I mean, it depends if Musk is going to Mars with blankets covered in smallpox.
Yes, indeed.
Quickly moving on.
Moving to the next question. Has space exploration done more harm or good?
To what?
What do you mean, to what?
Well, is it done more harm or good to what? Like pineapple on pizza, or space, or planet Earth? Like in what? Or just generally overall?
I would just say generally overall. Has it done more harm or good? Space exploration.
It's done totally more good than harm. And if you think it's done more harm than good, go read a scientific textbook. Go and look up NASA's website. Go and look at the really cool images on the big new swanky telescope that's floating around the sun. The James Webb telescope. That is proof enough. Like the things we've learned from deep space. Like,
well, the Hubble for sure. Yeah. 100%. Well, let us move to the third question here. Are there examples of ethical exploration? I love how this is like kind of like a very, all of these are kind of triggered questions. Are there examples of ethical exploration? Yeah, you know what? Go for it.
Yeah, not being England, going into India and chopping up the top of it and turning it into Pakistan. Not doing that would be ethical exploration.
That's a very good one. Hey man, you know what? In all honesty, I mean, yeah, kind of getting back to what we were talking about before, with influencers. I mean, I know. Well, I mean, aren't they just discovering? I mean, aren't they just discovering places locals have already lived forever? I mean, isn't that pretty much what they're doing? I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, but they're new colonizers to it, right? The influencers go to these new places and show people who aren't local.
Yeah, except they kind of do it, in my opinion, without the education.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, they're stupid as hell. Probably like me, thinking that they were actually colonizers. Oh, look at this, a new Tesco's. Oh, look at what I found.
Hey, you know what? It's like, hey, Jacques Cousteau, our Tad from Nebraska. You know, it's like.
That just Jacques Cousteau. Pink Panther makes me think of that one bit in the castle. He's like, goes up to the hotel owner and says, "Does your dog bite?" And the guy turns around and says, "No." He goes to pet the dog, and bites him. He says, "It's like, I thought you said your dog didn't bite." And the guy turns back to him and goes, "That's not my dog."
That's not my dog. So, you know what? Leading to a nice poll question here, and I think this will be a wonderful question to have in the comments on YouTube, and for anyone listening as well. What's the biggest downside of human exploration? And we got 4 choices here. Environmental destruction, exploration of local cultures, loss of authentic traditions, or number 4, well, my personal favorite, there is no downside.
I think the biggest downside would just be meeting other humans because they're generally quite terrible.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not on the fence about that at all.
You came flying down onto my side with a picnic basket and a case of beers. Good for you, Jim. And
I think
here's
you
the
and I
kicker.
definitely sit at the bar.
If anybody actually got offended by that statement and took it personally, just know the fact is, much like Becca Dowland here on the Kindness Revolution Morning Show, you ain't thinking about you. This is Indie 101.5, home of the independent artist. We'll be back after this.
Did the bottle of Malibu not tell you I don't give a damn about you? I moved on, it's time you do the same. I thought I had your number blocked, guess I was wrong, cause here you are, saying that you miss me in a text. Lame. No, I don't wanna play around at golf or grab a coffee to just talk. Rather be straight up and say get lost. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or two. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach and I'm feeling blue. Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. I've done my best to be polite and shrug you off, but you're still trying. I don't think you'll ever take a hint. Oh, we never even dated. You just made things complicated. Next time you type out a text, please hit delete. I don't care that I'm still in your thoughts. I'm happier now that you're gone. I've made my peace and Lord knows I've moved on. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or two. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach and I'm feeling blue. Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. I don't care that you can play my songs in the basement on your friend's guitar. Don't care what you think we had, cause it's gone. I don't wanna see your name again. Light up my phone like it did then. I'm better now because I cut you off. Malibu and I ain't thinking about you. You don't cross my mind when it hits 5 and I've had a drink or 2 or 3 or 4. Yeah, I've erased you from my life. Don't call me with your pick-up lines. I'm sitting on a beach with a great view. No, Malibu and I, we ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. We ain't thinking about you, about you, about you. Malibu and I.
Oh, we ain't thinking about you. Social influencey, media-y, unethical, travel-y, destructive exploration, planet damages. Prove me wrong. Prove me that influencers aren't harming the planet. Not just like ecologically, but generally people's mental health.
Yes, and send all your answers to Care of Gizmo.
Care of Gizmo at unity314.com. If you've got an opinion or you want to disagree with me, I'm right here. Challenge me. Change my mind.
If you're on the fence, hit me up at the North Cafe Project, and I'll be sure to give you a 50-50 on that one.
Ah, Johnny
So-
boy, I love you. You're hilarious.
I know. So, you know, kind of looking at the, you know, the exploration and ethics challenge. You know, we have a few things to kind of go over here, but there's also a poll question. Would you like to actually take this, Mr. Gizmo?
You want me to take your poll? Buy me a drink first. So the
Grab
poll
my poll.
is. Excuse me. Where's HR? Yeah. So, poll: should explorers be responsible for the impact of their discoveries? Yes, absolutely. No, discovery is neutral. Only in extreme cases, or not sure. Now, remember, if you pick not sure, that comes with a live hand grenade with the pin pulled and an angry basket of kittens. My point being, pick a side, have a conversation. You don't have, you can have thoughts and you can discuss the thoughts. You don't have to believe in everything that is said, right? I hope people are starting to get it, because I can know there is some people's blood pressure that has risen.
I would definitely say only in extreme cases, I would say. You know, I think exploration by and large is not harmful, but if you're landing somewhere and murdering and killing a bunch of people, that's probably a problem.
Oh man, You mean I've got to change my weekend plans? God.
Well, you know,
man.
yeah.
So I've got to
It turns
travel
out
somewhere near me and leave no trace and prove it. So I've got to hide the bodies. I need to find a place that's being harmed by Okay, so I find the place that's being harmed by tourism, kills the peoples, leave no trace, then ask a hardcore traveler if they'd still go somewhere if they knew that had happened, and then find a positive example of exploration and share it. So do you know what that means we're going to be basically doing, John?
What's that, sir?
We're going to be making a scene. This is the Kindness Revolution morning show. This is Read It, Reddit, Thread It. I'm Gizmo. That's John. This is Alec.
There goes another motherfucker biting on the dust. Maybe I'm trigger happy, leave them all to turn to rust. Totem is all I think about, but no, I'm not in love. I'm not in love, I'm not in love. Give me someone who understands me. Can take control when I need it, baby. I'm a nightmare on a silver screen. So put me in my place because
that's all the time we've got for you today, and we've certainly made a scene, eh?
Well, I'd kind of like to make a scene right now and talk about the old colonial testament as opposed to the new one. The old one, those colonials were bad guys, and the new one, we're just happy explorers, just very nice people. So it all depends on. Yeah, read the nice one.
Like you were going to say, all depends on your perspective, but in the grand scheme of things, no, it doesn't. Your perspective could be completely wrong, and you should be looking at objective reality. Holy crap, how many times are we going to have to say it until you all start to buckle up, learn, and realize the planet's on fire, the kindness revolution is here to save it, but it needs you to open up your minds. Because I can't keep berating John on a daily basis because it's bad for his mental health. We only do motivational mental health once a week.
Kind of on the fence. Yeah.
Someone get me a bulldozer. This fence has got to go. Because no one can get into our Wunderkammern on a Wednesday, which stands for basically a cavern of treasures. Which is what the TKR fam is. Let's face it. If you walked into a cave with your Old or New Testament looking for Jesus, wouldn't find it, and you found us, you'd be happy as Larry. You'd think you'd won the lottery.
I don't know about that one.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 religions, 5 countries, and a maid in Westchester. Excellent. Well, doing well for offending people today, but let's face it, nothing happens when you're offended, and this monkey is only just flipping at your switches to make you think.
Well, I think we will throw back till tomorrow and talk about it, shall we?
Oh, we're going to throw back to the future tomorrow. What do you want to talk about tomorrow, John?
You know what? I would like to talk about the 90s, the 60s, and today, and those influential moments. Speaking of influencers, let's go to influential moments.
Ooh, I like what you did there.
Thank you very much. I'm not even on the fence about it.
I'm pretty sure this fence is just a chair in the middle of a lawn. I don't think it's actually a fence. I feel like it's like you've got a picnic basket and all of that other crazy stuff going on.
Or is it a pisket?
Is it a piss? Yeah, 100. Yeah, nailed it. Well, thank you so much, John, for joining me for Reddit 2.0 Piss Nuclear Edition, as you've now decided to name it. We will be back tomorrow at 6 a.m. where we're going to be throwing John back into the 60s, and good riddance to him. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Indie 101.5. I'm Gizmo. Bye.
And I'm John. Hi.
Did you say I am John? Yes, you are.
I am John. That's right. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, I love the TKR, and I love all of our listeners. Thank you so much. It is a joy to have you all with us. TKR Mornings, threading it so smooth, just flipping its switches like a goddamn monkey. If you think you know where this rabbit hole goes, well, you don't. So come on, join us. It's going to be good. CCN Radio. We're better together, and together we can.